Have you ever noticed how your mere presence can suddenly shift the mood in a room, even if you have not said a single word? Sometimes people fall silent, their tension rising as if you have opened an invisible door to their most intimate feelings. What if your energy does more than just influence those around you? What if it strums the hidden strings of their fears and shadows? More than a century ago, Helena Blavatsky was among the first to observe how invisible energy fields could awaken those parts in people they strive to hide, even from themselves. Imagine someone who wears a mask of calm throughout their life, but when you arrive radiating openness and inner strength, their internal conflicts burst out in awkward glances or passive-aggressive behavior. This reaction does not mean you have done something wrong. It is as if your inner light, like a lighthouse, illuminates the unexamined fears and secret complexes of others. Blavatsky believed that every person harbors a hidden dark self, deeply buried and unconscious, swiftly activated in the presence of someone's genuine authenticity and powerful energy. In a way, you become a mirror showing what others are afraid to confront within themselves. In daily life, many do not even notice this phenomenon, despite its constant occurrence. Perhaps a colleague arrives at work cheerful, but the surrounding coworkers suddenly become cold or tense. Or when you enter a gathering, someone unexpectedly behaves oddly, avoiding eye contact or forcing a smile. The story of Ivan's acquaintance illustrates this well. His calm, confident demeanor caused people to either draw near or step back, much like magnets repelling and attracting simultaneously. It was no coincidence, but a reaction to his energy rather than his words or actions. What you radiate is sensed even by those unable to put it into words. From a physics perspective, energy surrounds us in all its forms. Modern science teaches us that everything consists of vibrations, cells, thoughts, emotions, streams of energy. Our inner state acts like a tuning fork, adjusting the atmosphere around us. Blavatsky, inspired by ancient esoteric wisdom, spoke of a life force connecting all living things. She asserted that through this force, our inner state influences the world outside, and vice versa. Energy is thus far greater than mere moods or emotions. I recall a moment when a friend encountered unexpected hostility from a store clerk without any visible cause. She did nothing unusual, but the unspoken tension triggered passive aggression. In another case at a party, a stranger immediately revealed his deepest fears and feelings to a woman without prompting or questions, drawn by the strength and purity of her energy field. Blavatsky described this as the soul's inner radiance, capable of awakening and supporting sincerity in others. Such moments might leave you feeling lonely or misunderstood, especially if those around cannot accept your true nature. Many people play roles for years, afraid to face their inner shadows. When you come with an open heart, you break through their defensive patterns. A friend shared how after embracing his true self and working on personal growth, those close to him began avoiding him, not comprehending his profound changes. This is not surprising. Your energy shines a light on what others keep in the dark. It is essential to realize that your strength lies not in soothing or changing others' shadows, but in clearly and confidently being yourself. Blavatsky emphasized the importance of integrating one's shadows and true self to achieve inner harmony. Only by accepting all parts of ourselves, both light and dark, can we gain true freedom. Otherwise, our energy causes discomfort because it reminds others of the traits they refuse to accept within themselves. Psychology's concept of projection explains this unconscious reflection of inner states onto others. When a person is not ready to face difficult emotions, they project them outward, blaming and judging. This creates accusations of excessive intensity, strength, or hypersensitivity. Blavatsky spoke of masks and shadows, urging work on one's inner world to avoid falling victim to projections or letting them control one's life. Such dynamic energy interactions are not mere fashionable mysticism, but a crucial mechanism in human relationships. Energy is the soul's language, to which we respond not with words but vibrations. It explains why some people gravitate toward you like soul relatives, while others avoid or resist your presence. This polarization is no accident. Your light attracts those ready to walk the path of truth with you and repels those not yet able to accept themselves. People who have encountered strong energy confirm that these experiences are deeply personal and reflect inner growth. For example, the legend of Helena Blavatsky herself tells of how she remained faithful to her vision of the world and teachings about the soul and energy despite criticism and misunderstanding. Her power lay not in pleasing the public, but in authenticity, which stirred both awe and fear among those nearby. Today, we can draw on her legacy to better understand ourselves and those around us. If you notice people shifting, revealing hidden emotions or reactions, remember it is not your fault or failing. You are merely activating their inner conflicts long concealed even from themselves. Your task is not to dim your light, but to learn how to shield your energy, preventing burnout and preserving harmony. This balance enables you to be true, strong, and kind in the world. Understanding your energy brings personal relief and serves as a beacon for others. Just as our inner state influences those around us, it can inspire and awaken a desire for change in them, to step out of the shadows. Blavatsky called this the process of individuation, wherein each person becomes whole by embracing and integrating all aspects of their soul. Through this work, your energy becomes not just powerful, but healing and deeply human. Next, we will explore why protecting your energy from external negativity and chaos is vital for maintaining inner balance, and exactly how to do so without sacrificing openness and warmth. The path to true strength passes through mindfulness and self-care. Combining ancient wisdom with modern discoveries, we will learn not only to unravel the mystery of our energy, but to live in harmony with ourselves and the world. Recognizing and protecting your energy in everyday life. Have you ever noticed how simply being present in a room can shift the entire atmosphere before you even say a word? Sometimes people grow quieter, more tense, as if you have unlocked an invisible door to their most hidden feelings. What if your energy does more than just affect those around you? What if it plucks the strings of their secret fears and shadows? This notion was explored over a century ago by Helena Blavatsky, a visionary who recognized how unseen energetic fields awaken in others what they try to hide, even from themselves. Imagine someone wearing a mask of calmness their whole life, only for your openness and inner strength to make their internal conflicts surface as awkward glances or passive aggression. This does not mean you did something wrong. It is as though your inner light acts like a beacon, highlighting unhealed fears and hidden insecurities for them. Blavatsky believed every person carries a dark self, deeply buried and unconscious, but quickly activated when faced with someone's sincere and potent energy. In this way, you become a mirror reflecting what others fear to see within themselves. Many overlook this in daily life, even though it plays out constantly. A cheerful person arriving at work can suddenly meet colleagues who turn cold or tense. Or entering a social gathering may instantly trigger someone to behave oddly, avoiding eye contact or offering forced smiles. Through the story of Ivan, who found his tranquil confidence push people either close to him or far away like magnets and anti-magnets, we grasp that this is never coincidence but pure energetic response, independent of spoken words or behavior. Physics teaches us that energy pervades all existence in various forms. Cells, thoughts, emotions, all vibrate as flows of energy. Our inner state acts like a tuning fork, shaping the space around us. Helena Blavatsky, drawing from ancient mystical knowledge, spoke of a life force linking every living being. She asserted this force is the medium through which our inner condition influences the outer world and vice versa. Thus, energy transcends mere feelings or moods. It is a profound vibration of the soul. Once, a friend encountered unexpected hostility from a store clerk despite no apparent reason. The clerk's concealed inner tension triggered passive aggression. Another tale tells of a stranger revealing deepest fears to a woman simply by being close to her strong and pure energy, enabling the stranger to shed masks and be authentic. Evidence of what Blavatsky called the soul's inner radiance, awakening and sustaining others' sincerity. These moments often bring feelings of loneliness when people struggle to accept your true essence. Many play roles for years, afraid to confront their own shadows. Your arrival with an open heart cracks their habitual defenses. A friend once revealed that after embracing his true self, loved ones distanced themselves, unable to comprehend his transformation. This highlights that your energy, like light, reveals what others hide in darkness. Your power lies not in quieting or changing their shadows, but in confidently staying true to yourself. Blavatsky emphasized integrating both shadows and authentic self to build internal harmony. Only by accepting all parts of ourselves, light and dark, do we attain genuine freedom. Otherwise, our energy unsettles others because it reminds them of what they refuse to acknowledge. Psychology's concept of projection clarifies this unconscious reflection of inner states onto others. When unready to face painful feelings, people shift blame externally, accusing others of overwhelming intensity or hypersensitivity. Blavatsky spoke about masks and shadows, urging work on internal worlds to avoid becoming victims of projections controlling lives. Such dynamic energy interplay is not mere mysticism, but a crucial human relationship mechanism. Energy is the soul's language, answered by vibration, not words. That is why some are drawn like long-lost soul family while others avoid or resist you. This polarization is no accident. Your light meets those prepared to follow truth and repels those yet unable to accept themselves. Stories confirm these experiences are deeply personal and reveal inner growth. For example, Blavatsky herself, despite criticism and misunderstanding, stayed true to her vision of the soul and energy teachings. Her strength was authenticity rather than pleasing others, inspiring both awe and fear in those around her. Today, we use her legacy to better understand ourselves and those near us. If you notice people shifting, showing hidden emotions or reactions, remember it is not your fault, but that you awaken buried conflicts they hide even from themselves. Your task is not to dim your light, but to guard your energy wisely, preventing burnout and preserving harmony. Such balance nurtures being authentic, strong, and kind. Comprehending your energy brings personal relief and serves as a lighthouse for others. Just as inner states influence others, they inspire awakening and desire for change. Blavatsky called this the process of individuation, where a person becomes whole by embracing and integrating every soul aspect. Through such inner work, your energy becomes powerful, healing, and profoundly human. Next, we will explore why protecting your energy from external negativity and chaos is essential for maintaining inner balance, and how to do so without losing openness or warmth. The path to true strength leads through mindfulness and gentle self-care. By combining ancient wisdom with modern insight, we will not only unlock the mystery of our energy, but also learn to live in harmony with ourselves and the surrounding world, embracing honesty and strength, while navigating social reactions. Have you ever noticed how your presence can suddenly change the atmosphere in a room, even before you say a single word? Sometimes people quiet down, become tense, as if you have unlocked an invisible door to their most hidden feelings. What if your energy does not merely influence those around you, but instead plucks the strings of their secret fears and shadows? This was precisely what the great Helena Blavatsky spoke about more than a century ago. She was among the first to observe how invisible energy fields can awaken within people, what they try to conceal even from themselves. Imagine someone who has worn a mask of calmness their entire life. Yet when you appear with full openness and inner strength, their inner conflicts burst out in awkward glances or even passive aggression. This is not because you did something wrong. It is as though your inner glow acts like a lighthouse, illuminating unprocessed fears and hidden complexes around them. Blavatsky believed that every person carries a dark self tucked deeply inside, unconscious but swiftly activated when faced with someone's genuine sincerity and powerful energy. In this way, you become a mirror reflecting what others fear to see within themselves. In everyday life, many overlook this ongoing dynamic. For example, an individual arrives at work cheerful, but suddenly colleagues become cold or tense around them. Or you enter a social gathering and someone begins to behave oddly, avoiding eye contact or offering unnatural smiles. A mutual acquaintance of Ivan experienced this firsthand. His calm and confident demeanor caused people either to gravitate toward him or withdraw, much like the forces of attraction and repulsion between magnets. This response was not coincidence, but a reaction to energy rather than words or actions. What you radiate, even those unable to articulate it, hear and feel. Physics tells us energy surrounds us in all its forms. Everything is made of vibrations, cells, thoughts, emotions, all a flow of energy. Our inner state is like a tuning fork, setting the tone of the space around us. Inspired by ancient esoteric wisdom, Blavatsky described a life force connecting all living things. She asserted that through this force, our inner condition affects the external world and vice versa. Here, energy transcends ordinary notions of emotions or moods. One day, my friend met unexpected hostility from a shop assistant without reason. She had done nothing unusual, yet someone else's inner tension sparked passive aggression. Another example, at a party, a stranger revealed their deepest fears and personal struggles to a woman without prompting. This happened because her energy field was so strong and pure that the person felt safe to remove all masks and be authentic. Such moments display what Blavatsky called the soul's inner radiance, capable of awakening and sustaining others' sincerity. These experiences can evoke feelings of loneliness or misunderstanding, particularly when others cannot accept your true essence. Many people spend years playing roles, fearing confrontation with their inner shadows. When you come forward with an open heart, it disrupts their habitual defenses. A friend told me how after his self-discovery and growth, close people started to avoid him, unable to comprehend the profound changes. This is understandable. Your energy, like a bright light, reveals what others hide in darkness. It is crucial to understand that your power does not lie in trying to silence or change others' shadows, but in clearly and confidently being yourself. Blavatsky emphasized the importance of integrating one's shadows and true self to achieve inner harmony. Only by accepting both light and dark parts can we attain true freedom. Otherwise, our energy causes discomfort because it reminds them of what they refuse to accept in themselves. The psychological phenomenon of projection helps explain this unconscious reflection of one's inner states through others. When unprepared to face difficult emotions, people project these feelings onto others, blaming and judging them. This projection explains accusations of being too strong, intense, or overly sensitive. Blavatsky spoke of the mask and shadow and the necessity to work within the internal world to avoid becoming victims of projections or letting them control our lives. Such dynamic energy interplay is not mere mysticism, but a vital mechanism in human relations. Energy is the soul's language, responded to not with words but with vibrations. That is why some people are drawn to you as if kindred spirits, while others will avoid or resist your presence. This polarization is no accident. Your light meets those ready to walk the path of truth with you and repels those not yet able to accept themselves. Stories of those encountering strong energy affirm that these experiences are deeply personal and reflect inner growth. Legend tells of Blavatsky herself, who despite criticism remained faithful to her worldview and teachings on soul and energy. Her strength lay not in pleasing the crowd but in authenticity, a quality inspiring both awe and fear. Today we can use her legacy to better understand ourselves and those around us. If you notice people changing, showing hidden emotions or reactivity near you, remember this is not your fault or weakness. You simply activate their internal conflicts long concealed. Your task is not to dim your light, but to protect your energy from burnout and preserve harmony. This balance allows you to be real, strong, and kind in the world. Understanding your own energy brings relief and acts as a beacon for others. Just as our inner state influences others, it can inspire transformation and the desire to emerge from darkness within them. Blavatsky called this the process of individuation, where a person becomes whole by accepting and integrating all aspects of the soul. Through such inner work, your energy becomes not just powerful, but healing and profoundly human. Next, we will explore why protecting your energy from external negativity and chaos is essential for maintaining inner balance, and how to do so without losing openness and warmth. The path to true strength lies in awareness and gentle self-care. By merging ancient wisdom with modern insights, we can not only solve the mystery of our energy, but also learn to live in harmony with ourselves and the world around us.